Good morning, y'all. It is Monday, the 12th of November. I want to start out by saying thank you so very much for all the birthday wishes. They were wonderful. I received a couple of nice birthday gifts, and I want to thank you all. I did not receive a call from my youngest son, Sam, and I must say that is not unusual for him. So I don't let it pierce my heart like it used to. I just accept it. I did get my call that I always get from my older son. I can always depend on Aaron to give his mom a call on her birthday and other holidays as well. So, thank you again. It really made my day. What I want to talk to you about this morning is a little bit about living on the road when you live on wheels. Now, y'all know that I had a very nice camper van who really never let me down. I never broke down on side of the road. He did require work, ball joints and, things like that. But I was able to get those things done, while I was in town. And I had a very good mechanic that I trusted to do those things for me. But this morning, in the parking lot where I usually go, or at least most of the time I go for my McDonald's or my Starbucks, there's usually at least a couple of vans, or usually mostly you see Class C's. Today there were, I think, 5 Class C's, and there was a big fifth wheel parked over there. Now, there were 2 police cars on the sides of that little road there, and they were in Starbucks. They were getting Starbucks coffee. They were not bothering any of those people. So, kudos for our policemen, or policemen and women. Now, lately, just recently, there's been a new guy who's been hanging in that area. And he has a little Dolphin, Class C. And the first time I noticed him, y'all, his little Class C is all patched up. Everywhere you look, it's patched up, and not professionally. And I've prayed for him because, and this is what I was getting to, is that when you live on the road, for me at least, the worst thing that can happen to you, well, aside from somebody breaking in or whatever, but I mean, just in your daily life, the worst thing for me was that my van would break down. That was really the only thing that I worried about. And I didn't worry about it too much. I felt like my van was pretty dependable, and I was able to take good care of him. This morning when I arrived, he had his hood up on his little truck. Immediately, it came to my mind that I needed to share some cash with him. And the amount, just immediately, it was there. So I still had a few of the little crosses that the sweet lady crocheted for me. So I put this gift inside one of the crosses, and I went over, and I didn't want to knock, really. That's kind of a rude thing to do, but I walked around to the back of his vehicle because he had been out of it earlier. So I walked around to the back to see if maybe he was there, and he wasn't. So I was standing there in front of his vehicle wondering, where could I put this that it would be safe and that he would see it? And I don't know, y'all, I just didn't have a peace about, sticking it under his windshield wiper. So at that time, his little dog was up in the cab over part, and he or she started barking at me. So this man stuck his head out of the back and rolled his side window down a little bit. And I said, "Sir, I just wanted to." He goes, "Go away. Go away. I've got pneumonia. You're going to catch this." And I said, "Well, I just wanted," he said, "Go away." So, what choice did I have? Y'all, his little rig is in a bad way. And so is he. So I'm just asking those of y'all that pray to just please send up a little prayer for him, because I'm telling you, he really needs it. I always, when people ask me questions about the time that I was living in Tank, where to park, just different things like that. One of the things that I always tell them is to get the best vehicle you can and try to get it checked out by a mechanic, because that's like the most important thing, y'all, is to have a dependable vehicle. And I do not want to hear, "Well, that stupid, lazy man should have worked harder. He should have planned better. Blah, blah, blah." Whatever his circumstances were that led him to being so destitute, I don't care. It's not my business. I truly don't care. I take responsibility for the tough times I've had in my life. I know I could have done things much, much better. And I admit that, and I take responsibility for that. I don't blame anybody for it. It was all on me. Now, the one thing that did happen that was unforeseen and really sent me on to my travels living in a van was I had a very good job, but I lost it due to lack of funding. It was a nonprofit, and they are always at the mercy of donations and grants and things of that nature. So 3 of us lost our jobs. And then my unemployment ran out. And yes, if I had been a smarter woman and I had saved a bunch of money, that scenario might never have happened to me. But we just can't go around. I mean, most of us that live on wheels, we worked hard. I worked and had taxes taken out of my pay from the time I was 15 on up. I worked hard. You can't just say that people are lazy bums and they deserve what they get. Be careful about judging that. And you think that you've been so smart and you have planned and you have done everything right. Well, I'm here to tell you I've known people like that have ended up homeless. So don't be too smug, okay? I love you all, and I thank you so much for supporting me. And, things are at a slowdown at the cottage right now, so I'll be making some different type videos. And Hazel and I are at the park right now, and I'm going to have some things installed today that I don't know. I'll tell you about it later. But I just love you, and I always pray for you guys that, God will meet your needs and that we can just be patient and wait on Him. And I couldn't appreciate y'all more. So thank you. Do something fun today. I'm going to take Hazel for a little walk, and I can't say that's fun for me, but it's fun for Hazel. Bye now.